She became a viral hit when she posted a message of body positivity, inspiring millions to embrace their wobbly bits and wisdom. Take a look at this.
I am Lycra, I am legend. Yeah, my belly's wobbling, my arms are jiggling, my thighs are clapping louder than a theatre kid at a production of Hamilton. But this body paid bills, made humans, parallel parked, survived mild inconveniences and major emotional meltdowns in Aldi. So this body deserves a bikini in the sun, cocktails, and to be belligerently horizontal on a plastic lounger if it so chooses. If you don't like it though, sure, look away. Come here, self-love, it's not just a little vibe anymore, you know? It's aggressive. It's a full contact sport, and we've got to be like glitter covered linebackers doing the haka, charging into battle with a face mask of boundaries and a bra held together by sheer will.
Yes, a full contact sport.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, up the kingdom, I tell you, the Kerry women do it right. Riona, your bikini videos, they've gone viral online. I'm obsessed with them. We're obsessed with you. How did it all come about?
Oh, you know what? I've been posting content online for quite a long time, but I decided very, very recently that after going through a period of time where I was really like sort of found myself in deep shame over my body and a bit of weight gain and change, I had tried the self-love route, you know, and the body acceptance, being very kind to myself, and it wasn't working. It was not working. So I decided I sort of had to be aggressive and really give myself a talking to. Like, it was sort of like a mixture of like a TED talk and a wrestling intro, you know what I mean? Like trying to like a little pep talky, but a little bit, get out there, you know? And I just have to have that constantly in my ear for me to, you know, do anything, to wear the shorts, to wear a bikini, to put on a swimsuit without feeling absolutely like I was, you know, whipping myself. Do you know what I mean? Like self-flagellation. So I had to do that. And I figured, like, if it's working for me, it might work for a few others, and it seems to be doing the job.
Well, Riona, it's worked for millions, and I love it. It's like you're preparing yourself to battle when you're listening to these. They're great. Now, I heard that it started with a box of bikinis under your bed. Tell us more.
I have a massive plastic box full of bikinis under that bed, and I've been hoarding them for years. And again, I went through periods of time where I was able to hype myself up to wear them, and that sort of seemed to like diminish and fade away as I got older. And certainly once I crossed the 40s threshold, I was a bit really reluctant to put them on, and my bravery went downhill. So I really had to just ignite that again. So I pulled them out, and I've done so many, you know, videos in bikinis and swimsuits, and I haven't had to buy a new one yet. I've still got more to go.
I hope you're being sponsored by bikini companies at this stage, Riona. You deserve it.
Listen up. Listen up, bikini companies.
Tell us what the response has been like, because it's so positive, it's so brilliant, and it's what the internet needs more of.
You know what? The response has been incredible. I mean, you know, there's one part of me that I wants to say I'm so happy that I've been able to reach like so many, like millions of people out there. But there's another part of me that's so sad that it's necessary, you know, that we all do have that struggle, and so many people out there are having that voice in their head that's quite aggressively negative. So I'm trying to just replace that voice with an aggressively positive one. But it's wonderful that I've had people say to me, you know, you are the reason I'm able to go into work this morning and wear those trousers. You're the reason I've been able to go to that, you know, the communion last weekend and wear that dress without any sleeves. You know, I've been able to show my arms in the sun and I wasn't roasting. And it seems like such a very simple, small thing, but to some people it's huge, you know, it's so big.
Yeah. Brian, do you struggle at all with body confidence?
Definitely, especially after the cancer operation and how my body got sliced up and everything. I'm not the man I was. I used to be very gym buff and much slimmer and all of that. And also as a gay person, you know, there is that pressure in the gay world to look a certain way, especially now. I'm nearly 60. I may as well be 600 at this point. But really, can I say, can you please run for president somewhere? Because we need you. You're our people. You're our people. You really are. But yes, I do. Honestly, I do. Some good days, bad days. Some days I feel great and fine and lucky to have ordinary worries like a bit of a bulge here and a double chin or whatever it is. But a little less wine and a little more happiness, I think.
No,
especially this weather.
Everything in moderation. Did Oscar Wilde say that?
Especially moderation.
He probably did. He probably did.
Yeah.
But it's so true. Like we need more positivity, especially in the world of social media now. I know, Riona, you also talk a lot about intuitive eating. I've heard a bit about this, but explain this more.
So intuitive eating was something I really decided to dive into when I was trying to find body acceptance and body positivity for myself. And it's a beautiful practice. It's about listening to your body and listening to what your body needs and wants. Unfortunately, I sort of listened to my body a bit too much, and my body decided that all it wanted was Cadbury's cream eggs. So I sort of felt like I climbed the intuitive eating mountain. I got to the top of the mountain and died at the top. You know, I was one of those people who died on top of Everest. But like, so it's a beautiful practice. I would wholeheartedly recommend it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't quite conquer it. So what I decided to do, you know, instead as an alternate for me, I learned about exposure therapy when I was trying to get rid of my fear of spiders. I have terrible arachnophobia. And exposure therapy was the only thing that worked for me. And it's about like allowing yourself to see the image or of whatever it is that you're afraid of, you know, over and over and over again. So I thought when I do my live stage shows, I take that opportunity to have a big sparkly sequin bikini on me, and you know, very quickly we establish in the show that nobody dies at the sight of my thighs. So, you know, it's very selfishly exposure therapy for me, and I use that audience, you know, very well.
Brilliant.
To help me move past it. So exposure therapy for me is fantastic. Like the more we see people out there with different bodies and shapes, I think the more that our brains will become accustomed to it and stop beating ourselves up because of it.
Yes, here to that. I love that attitude towards it all. Also, it's not just all bikinis with you, Riona, because you love to make a skit about something that's innately Irish, and that is I'm sure, the weather. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, mate.
Irish and British people are in danger. It's going to be 23 degrees tomorrow, which means you will have multiple cycles of washing in play. Underwear will be flying. Duvets last washed during Italian 90 will resurface. It's going to be a huge week for those mats and rugs that never see the inside of a washing machine. But now is their moment. They are Met Gala. We're going to be in and out of the house like feral washing goblins. We're going to be pegging, unpegging, sniffing aggressively. But we are pale. We are vitamin D deficient. We are emotionally unprepared for this solar onslaught. The whole street will be outside pretending they love it. But secretly, every one of us is chafing and dreaming of rain.
We all relate to her. Everyone is nodding here. It is so relatable. We love what you do. Now, tell us, because you touched on this a little bit earlier, you came to Ireland and brought your tour, This Is All Too Much of a Year, where you highlight a lot about motherhood. So tell us, why was it important to feature this, the struggles of motherhood?
Oh, I think when I first became a mum, which is nearly 10 years ago now, you know, the struggles and the things that we face, the sleepless nights, the nappies, the complete lack of identity, the complete lack of, or the huge change in your routine that you can't comprehend until it's happening to you. You know, I remember whenever I go home to Kerry, my friend who had kids before me, I would always say to her, I would say, so, you know, do you have the kids today? And she's like, where do you think they're going to go, Rena? Like, there's no magic fairies that are going to mind the children. But I didn't get it. I did not get it. And I think a lot of us don't get it until we have kids, you know? So for me, it's really important to talk about those moments, because becoming a mom is the best thing that's ever happened to me, hands down. But my God, we need to talk about those moments where all we want to do is hide in the wardrobe and eat chocolate in peace, you know? So I think it's very important to talk about those moments, and we do in a very funny way, in a very light-hearted way, in a very, like, you know, camaraderie way in the show as well.
Oh, I love that. And I think having the ability to laugh at yourself is so important, isn't it, Brian? I'm sure
Completely.
even with you starting off your theatre career now,
Absolutely.
you have to be able to laugh.
If you can't laugh at yourself, my goodness me, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure, I'm hysterical.
Well, speaking of theatre, of course, it was musical theatre that kick-started your comedy into career, Riona, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
I started way back in the day in Tralee Musical Society a million years ago as a gosling in Mother Goose, and went on to starred at the age of 8 in Annie Get Your Gun. I played Nellie. I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And then eventually, you know, I went to study in LIPA in Liverpool, the Paul McCartney University, which was amazing. So I got stuck in an elevator with him once, which was fantastic. and then, you know, moved down to London to do the West End for years. And the last show I did before I had kids was I was in The Commitments. I was in the original cast of The Commitments. So I got to do the whole rehearsal sessions with Roddy Doyle and Jamie Lloyd, which was just so much fun. It was incredible. Yeah.
Can we expect to see more?
Yes. Are you going to come to Ireland?
Yes.
Back to the roots, back to the kingdom, Riona.
Absolutely. I've just done a show in Kerry. We did a show in Dublin, and we are announcing more shows very, very soon. We've announced the second leg of our show, which will be UK, and then the third leg will have a few dates in Ireland. So watch this space.
Unbelievable. Well, how beautiful and inspiring it was to talk to you. I'm ready to hop into the bikini now. Now, Brian, are you coming?
I just want to know, is Paul McCartney the father of the child? that lift thing that happened. Anything to tell us? No, okay.
Different show, Brian. Different show. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much, Riona.